everyone, it's Desiree, and as promised, I am here with Spellbinders once again, and today we are featuring their Glimmer Hot Foil Kit, and this one is called Glimmer Burst. I'm going to be making a 5x7 card today because this is a beautiful plate, and it'll cover a 5x7 very easily. I'm going to do some ink blending first, and I just had to try out this saltwater taffy. And yeah, I had to mix it with picked raspberry and villainous potion. I could have skipped the pink raspberry, honestly. The villainous potion with saltwater taffy, oh, oh my, it is awesome. And it is absolutely beautiful. It's not the norm, but it really is great. Saltwater taffy also goes awesomely with speckled egg. Been having just way too much fun with this new color. So I am just using my blending brushes and I'm just getting color down. I am just making sure that this is saturated. I'm getting it all over my fingers and I am okay with that. Once I get the basic colors down, I do go back around to continue just to get a little bit of a blend through them. And you can see I just have a lot of color going on there. I've got the purple going in my pink. I've got everything. And I'm okay with that because eventually it'll go away. It won't stay there permanently. So you can see this looks like a hot mess. I'm going to come in with some water and I am going to spray this. The cardstock that I used is Canson XL watercolor because it gives great texture. Whenever I spray a background, I love to let it dry naturally. Yes, we can lift it up. I'm not one for that effect. It just looks different to me. But I love when you add the water, you get these hard edges and that difference, that swirl sometimes, depending upon how much water. I'm going to take my plate and I'm going to put that down. I've used my hinge with my Spellbinders tape, lifting it up, and I am using Prism foil today, and I've placed that underneath. In the meantime, I'm getting my my glimmer systems nice and heated. I'm taking care of my sentiment, and I chose Have a Brilliant Day. Or a brilliant birthday, and that's one of the sentiments that does come with the Glimmer Kit of the month. And you can see I chose some cardstock that was close to the shades. So I'm using this coral color and this deep, rich purple. I'm going to use, with this kit, comes the two dies. The reversed scalloped and then the circle. So I have those already. I've already glimmered the one side of my panel and I'm going to do this. I love revealing this. Being careful with my tape, but I'm loving that Spellbinders tape. Didn't even tear at it a little. And I am loving that prism right on top of that. And all I have to do, because of this plate and the size of it, again, just need to line it back up. I did put some marks because it is a little bit wider than a 5x7. So I just placed some Sharpie marks there so I know this is where it's got to go, lined up on that, lined up on the cardstock. And then I'm just going to set this right back in place. I have my straight edge of my foil down on the bottom of the bottom edge of the card. So I'm lining my plate up with that. Creating my hinges, going to get that right back onto my glimmer. And while that heats up, I'm going to ink around that coral circle, yes, with Villainous Potion. So I'm going to pull in one of my daubers. I'm even going to go around the, I'm going to call it a reverse scalloped circle with some of that purple as well. And then I'm just going to come in just a little bit, not too much, around the edge of that coral. Once this panel, I'm going to pull back the foil, and it is absolutely perfect when it sits on there. So I have my panel, and I'm going to set these right in the front. I'm going to set this onto, this panel was actually cut 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. I have a black mat that's cut 5 by 7, and I'm going to set that down onto my card base using my ATG gun. I love my ATG gun. I'm so glad. Yes, I've been very good. I've been using up my stash, because that's what we should all do. Use up our stash. And I can finally start using my ATG gun. I'm going to prop up the coral circle on top of that reverse purple scalloped, just so that that's peeking through as well. And I'm going to set that right down using my Nuvo glue. And it's going to go on an angle. I like the way when that fell out of my hands, I like the way that it was on an angle on the card. And I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I love these colors. So I hope you enjoyed today's project featuring the Spellbinders Glimmer card kit of the month for April. And again, it is called Glimmer Burst. And if you're seeing things, yes, this does look very familiar to something that you will see in our video tomorrow, because I will be back tomorrow with Spellbinders and the large die for April, and also the embossing folder. As always, the links down to all of their clubs, their blog for more inspiration, and so much more will be down in the video description. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below as well, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Always enjoy your day. Always have a smile and enjoy this process as we continue through our creative journey together. I am so glad that you've taken the time to make me part of that, and I do hope that you'll subscribe and hit that thumbs up so that this video gets pushed out. That tells YouTube that you enjoyed this, and maybe somebody else would as well. But always remember what is most important to me, and it always has been since August 2017, guys. Always be creative, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Till then.